Okay, guys, I want to tell you something about the world. The world is perfect. The world is perfect. But what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is the food industry is perfect. The banking system, the banks, are perfect. The government, you guessed it, is perfect. What else is perfect? You guessed right. The educational system that we send our kids to every day. Correct. That's also perfect. The media. Media is also perfect. Media is also perfect. Anything else you could think of that's perfect? Maybe our community? The thing is, people complain all day that the world is corrupt and damaged and broken. The thing that you need to realize is that the world is perfect. It just wasn't designed for your benefit. The food system works exactly how it should. That's why it functions like that. Same with the banks. They are perfectly, down to the smallest detail, perfectly assembled, and everything they do is perfectly executed. It just wasn't designed for you. The government, your politicians, they are perfectly chosen, perfectly placed in the right positions. This system, is not made for you. And if we consider maybe even as Christians that Satan is the king of this world, you need to understand that he has his finger in all of these. So we have no chance to ever fix these things. We might be able to bend and morph them into something greater, sure. But the thing is, Jesus, something we might truly consider perfect, was crucified. So perfection and goodness is the enemy of this world. So these things are perfect because if they were actually of benefit to us, they wouldn't exist. Do you understand? That's why we can never blame them. We can't blame them. We can only blame ourselves. These people, they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. People aren't dumb. We've been on this planet long enough. We have research. We have documents. We've done enough studies. There's been enough scientists, enough accountants, enough kings, enough politicians, enough teachers, enough speakers in the media. We've had too many countries and communities to gather information and feedback from. We know what food is bad for us. We know this stuff. We know this stuff. But they're not going to give that to you because then they don't make money. Because it's all about money. It's about money. It's about keeping you small and dependent and hooked on the drug. They want to make you sick, get you hooked on the drug, get you off the drug, and then make you sick again. That's their whole system. That's their whole system. And the only way to escape that is if we promote some independence away from these. We need simplicity. We need to reject these things as much as we can, right? The more we neglect this input that we have on the education of our kids, what we do in our country, community, and state, the less we care about our money, true money. We used to deal with silver and gold. Then they gave us paper money, fake paper money, not backed by anything of real value. And you know what they're going to do now? Paper money isn't fake enough. You know what they're going to give you now? Points. Eventually, I promise you, they're going to move away from paper money and give you points. A digit on a screen. It probably won't even be called a dollar. And then you'll collect points. The same way in China, you have this point system of how good of a citizen you are. It's no different than your credit score. You'll have a social score. You know, the more you neglect these things, the more power they'll take from you. They'll give you fake stuff. They'll give you junk food. They'll play with you. They'll teach your kids what they want. They'll literally do whatever. And you know why? Because we're working every single day to make a little bit of money to even survive. But why do you think that is? Back in the day, they worked 5 hours a day in some countries and still bought a house. Now we have 2 people working, maybe double the hours, and we can't even afford a house. Can't even pay for an apartment. Gotta buy the dumbest food. And then when we do research on the food, it's not even food. The politicians are corrupt. People freaking out about Epstein and the Diddy files. It's like, guys, that's nothing new. It's just a new face. It's just a new person on the poster, a new scapegoat. Things don't change. Things don't change ever, actually. They're all the same. Just new labels, new colors, new things to cover up the truth. And the cool thing, though, is about the banking system. This is actually an awesome thing. The banks want to enslave you in their debt system, right? They want to enslave you with the interest rates, and you borrow a little and then you pay it back, and then they trust you, and then you borrow more and more and more, and all of a sudden you got $100,000 debt, $250,000 debt, 3 credit cards, can't pay the rent, double mortgage your house, whatever. The beautiful thing about the banks is they give you money for literally free. They give you money. They give you money that you haven't earned. That has literally never happened. You know, loans are actually so beautiful. The problem about loans is that we're idiots. We go buy a dumb car. We go buy luxuries and gamble and vices and snacks and entertainment. And now all this money that the lovely banks gave us is gone. Now we have no money. Now we gotta work and eat garbage food and listen to garbage media and be depressed in our community where everyone's depressed. And then we go to the bank. They give us more money that we then waste on these things again. But what we need to do is we need to get this money from the bank and bet on us. You need to vote for yourself. You are the product. You are your only way out of this. You are Noah's Ark. You need to escape the flood. So you need to get money from them. Prove yourself worthy. Look, bank, I'm worthy. I'm part of your system. Sure, look at me. Get that money and then bet it all on yourself. Not on your survival and your luxury. Bet it on your escape route out of this system, out of this prison. Buy the tools you need. Buy the things you need to make the passage across the sea, through the cave. Buy what you need. Invest in yourself, your family. Investments, stocks, sure. Products to grow a company. A property in another country where land is cheap. Something where you know my money is actually going to help me. You know? And not keeping up with Jones. Not getting that loan to just consume. That's how they get us every time. That's why we can't blame them. That's why it's actually a perfect system. It's actually the perfect system. They're just exploiting our weaknesses. So we need to accept those weaknesses, understand that it's a perfect world and everything functions exactly how it should. And true change, to revolutionize any of these, good luck. We've been here for 2,000 years, and today is the point we're at. It's not looking good, so the thing is, you want to wait another 2,000 years? And then maybe we change one of these things. Maybe. So, we're our only hope. It's just you, brother. It's just me, all alone in this world. No one cares about you. No one cares about your health. No one cares about your money. Not even your family sometimes cares about you. Some people, their parents don't like them. Their kids don't like them. You're literally all alone, man. You're all alone. You got nobody. The bank don't care. The food people don't care. They got their own families to feed. They're trying to make money so that they can have an escape route. And they're going to exploit you. They're going to lie to you. They don't care. They don't know you. They don't care about your health. They don't care you're overweight. They don't care you're in debt. They don't care about you. Any politician that cares about you, liar. If they truly cared about you, they get eliminated. They don't have a chance. And if they do have a chance, they're going to make it really hard for them. To the point where they will also fold. They will fold. We always have these people with so much potential, and then they change up. Why is that? Why is that? Well, because they saw Satan, and they couldn't stand strong. Fair. I don't blame you. If Satan was in front of me, I don't know what I would do. It's scary, especially up there. So, you fold and sacrifice everything, but what human is willing to do that? So they give in. They take the bribe. They got blackmailed. They accidentally went to the Diddy party and the cameras were on, and now, damn, now you better do what I say. And then there you go. There's our shining hope that we had. Or they just crucify Jesus. Put him on a cross. So, yeah, no one is here to rescue you, brother. Unless you find a crazy wolf pack. You're all on the same page. A community of like-minded individuals, all with the same vision. But not the media, probably not even your community. Like, we're all divided, It's like, I don't even talk to most of these people, different languages, different cultures. It's fine. But if it came down to it, everyone would flee in a different direction, There's no force of unity against the tyrant, so to say. So, yeah. The world is perfect. It just wasn't made for us, brother.